And here we go, round 3. Again, scheduled for 4. A 21-year age difference between these two warriors. Left hook there by Dusty Harrison, who throws a bevy of punches. Has all the tools. Well trained, as I mentioned, out of old school boxing in Washington, D.C. Being around veteran fighters, learning the game, has his dad in his corner. Terry Lance, who's fought in this game of boxing, got some good experience in his corner. Fans really like what they're seeing here from the young man. It's a lethal combination, Nate. Speed and power.
Speed, power, and effective aggressiveness. His youth is amazing. His agility. I mean, I could watch this for all night long. Here's
the other thing. Having all those amateur fights, having sparred with older guys, bigger guys, veterans of the game, he's not scared. There's no fear. You can tell that this kid does not have fear coming into the ring. There are other boxers you watch, and you see the fear when they first step into the ring.
No, and now I think he's looking for a way to probably put an exclamation point on this and finish it and kind of go body head. It looks like he's setting himself up some big punches.
Nice overhand and an uppercut. Alphonso Alexander hanging in there. Well, let us not forget, at 17 years old, you're still young. You know he wants a knockout. He doesn't want to just win this fight by a unanimous decision. He wants a knockout win. Will he get one? That's the question.
No, and he feels this crowd. They want the same thing. They feel it building towards that, and he wants to make them happy.
Good left hook there by Harrison. Alexander talked to me yesterday, and he said he's got to get better offensively, but he's a pretty good defensive fighter, and I think he's proven that.
He's good defensive as long as nothing's coming straight up the middle. When Dusty's jab comes up the middle, if he would shoot an uppercut up the middle, he's really wide open from chin up on that. See,
nice
the
jab.
Yeah, it splits the guard every time he throws it, but when Dusty comes wide, the earmuffs are up, and it's hard to catch.
Well, the left jab opened it up. I would see a right to the body and then an uppercut with the left, and that may do it.
It could.
But that's me on the outside looking in.
Dusty's being smart right now as well. You got a veteran, a guy in there, an older guy that's kind of wanting you to come to him. You never know if he's trying to set you up for a counter, so Dusty's going to make Alphonso show him something.
Big right there, split the gloves. But Alexander still hopping around. Final seconds, round number 3. Alexander's been game, but Harrison's been dominant. We're going, though, to a 4th and final round. Ready for the 4th and final round of this welterweight division battle between 17-year-old Dusty Harrison and 38-year-old Alphonso Alexander. Harrison making his professional debut. He turned 17 on May 21st, and he has not disappointed. 197 amateur fights. So, yeah, you may look at it at 17 numerically and say, boy, is he too young? No, he has the experience, and he's showing the arsenal.
It's really amazing to watch because there was no feeling out process. There was no tentativeness straight from the go, and it hasn't stopped.
10-point must system, 10-9 rounds, all 3 without a doubt for Dusty Harrison.
Yeah, clean shutout. I don't see how you could see it any other way. 30-27 at this point.
Again, look at the pop with the left jab. First 20 seconds of the 4th and final round, he threw 6 or 7 jabs.
In the midst of 2 combinations, and the one was a 3-punch jab combination that went head-body head with the jab, which is, it's hard to teach that. If you don't have the speed to do it, you can't. He's got it.
Swelling under the right eye of Alphonso Alexander. Another straight right there by Harrison. Just looking for the opening, very patient. Good left. Overhand left there connects. That's another thing I really like about him, Nate, is the patience.
Absolutely. He's going to find a home for that hook to the body, too. I mean, it's right there behind the elbow almost.
That's a big right, and that's in succession to the head of Alexander.
He's going for it right here. He really wants it. He's trying to find that opening and frustrated with the gloves being up all the time. But he's got to find a way to get around that. That's part of the game.
Another big right by Harrison, right on the kisser of Alexander, who has proven he has a steel chin. Well, Alexander taunted him a little bit.
I don't know if that's the proper thing to be doing at this point. I mean, you get a kid mad, he already wants to finish the fight.
Again, there's not much in the offensive arsenal of Alexander, but he has proven he can take some punches. But right now, will he survive? Good flurry there by Harrison. I thought for a second Alexander was in trouble. Takes another right against the ropes. Big right again by Dusty Harrison. Right in front of us. Youthful exuberance from the 17-year-old from the D.C. area, making his pro debut.
Oh, big right
Another
hand.
right. Alexander, though, still on his feet, still hopping around. Can Harrison knock out Alexander? 10 seconds to go. He heard the knock. He wants the knockout.
He's going for it.
He won't get it, but I'll tell you what, he got a lot of respect from the 38-year-old fighter, Dusty Harrison, with a very, very impressive performance. The Soto Civic Center, what a pro debut for the 17-year-old from Washington, D.C., Dusty Harrison. He wasn't able to knock out his opponent, Alphonso Alexander, but he did a lot of damage, and he looks like he's going to have an incredible career. Let's go inside the ring to Chuck Roberts, get the official decision from our judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results of this welterweight bout at the DeSoto Civic Center. Judge Mullins scored it 40-36. Judge Deming scored it 40-36. And Judge Mac Thornton scored it 40-36. A unanimous decision and the first victory for this young professional, Dusty Harrison!
What a debut, a shutout decision. Unanimous, 40-36 from all three judges for Dusty Harrison. Now let's go inside the ring to Nate Yoder, who's standing by with our winner.
Dusty, I don't know where to start, man. I expected, okay, you just turned 17 3 weeks ago. I expected you to come out and feel this out a little bit. There was no feeling process. It was phenomenal from the opening bell to the end. You really put on a show.
Thank you. I felt really comfortable. I feel like going pro was the right decision. Definitely now.
Okay, when you get in there with a guy like that, a lot of fighters that are young, haven't been in there before, they don't have the distance you have. Is that from all the amateurs? When I say the distance, I mean Alexander would try to jab you. You stayed in the box, you didn't run, you stayed right there, and you were right at the end of his jab, but you weren't there, so you could come back with the flurries of your own, which were amazing. Is that something that you picked up from all your extensive amateur experience?
Yeah, definitely. I had 197 fights. I fought some of the best amateur fights in the country. It's definitely something I picked up.
Did Alphonso Alexander show you anything that you haven't seen in the gym with the world-class fighters you've been in with and through your amateur career?
Not at all, sir.
I don't know. Dusty, any difference taking the headgear off? I mean, you look like you've been out here for 20 fights already.
No, it felt good without the headgear.
How fast do you want to move with this career, Dusty? I mean, from what I see, you're already a polished fighter. Obviously, you've got, to build your way back up. But how fast do you want to go with this?
Fast. I definitely want to keep fighting soon.
And congratulations. I know the people around here loved you. You got a great response, and they can't wait to see you again. Thank you, Dusty.
Thank you.
Greg, back to you.
Thank you very much, Nate. Congratulations to Dusty Harrison. His pro debut is a unanimous decision over Alphonso Alexander. We'll be right back with more exciting action from the DCC right after